Who is ready for double rewards from Stampin' Up? Who doesn't know what Stampin' Rewards are? Stampin' Rewards are every dollar you spend, you get 10% back in the form of a future usable credit. That means if you spend $100, you get a $10 future coupon that is kept in your credit in your file, and to use for a future purchase. Today, beginning today, for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, 15th, 16th, 17th, is double rewards day. So if you spend $50, you'll get $10 instead of five. This, I've never seen this happen with Stampin' Up. This has not happened before that I've been a part of. I You could literally take and stock up on your incoming in colors that are going out, like Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop on your cardstocks or your Stampin' Blends, and then take that Stampin' Rewards when the new catalog goes live May 5th and get the new ones and get a very significant discount, if not like a free set, nearly a free set of paper, or a free set of Stampin' Blends, or free embellishments because you stocked up on what you need now and got that May the 5th. Just another way to try to save you some money because I know I never turn down a good sale, and this is one of the best I've seen in quite a while. So, with that said, we're going to make a card. We're going to focus more new product that's coming out May 5th and the new ink colors. Get your drink and let's settle in. And switch this over. Okay. And what I've got here is the impressions plate. I have also chosen the same. I really like this die that they used for that. So I'm going to use that again just to show you live in real life how it goes. And that was with the Opulent Oasis dies. And the one we're using, of course, is the big hibiscus. You do get the other dies as well with the Opulent Oasis stamp set bundle. You've got the dies here to cut out the edges, your leaves. And I'm gonna pop this one out. I think we might use that too today. And let's see about this one. We might just do a couple of these today because I just had a wild hair thought up my, you know how that goes. Ooh, that would do. Oh, well, that's what I had just happen in my head. And thank you guys for bearing with me over the last 5 or 6 days. Today, I feel so much better. A lot of those neurological symptoms that I was dealing with are gone. So I don't have near the amount of head pressure and not off balance and none of that. So I'm going to bring up my stamp cut and emboss machine because we are going to be using that. And I want to first show you that with your impressions plate, you do get some instructions. And remember, they call it an impressions plate. And I'll show you why I don't call it a plate. It is used with your stamp cut and emboss machine. I'll set these over here for a second. But that's far from a plate to me. Plates don't bend. But that's what it's called. So, and it comes with your diagram on exactly how to use it. If you're using cards, you're going to want to use to spritz it, but we'll go through that step by step. Your paper. So that's the first time I've done it live since we did it at Long Beach, California. And I want to show you the difference between one that's just been a piece of paper that's just been, oops, that has just been ran through on the die. I don't know if you, how well you can, there we go. It's where it's kind of just been ran through with die cutting. Now with the new impressions plate, this is that same one. Well, not the same piece of paper, but the same die. Look at that. Look at the detail. And sorry, my camera's playing Find My Hand. Now I'm going to put them side by side. Impressive, isn't it? Amazing texture depth. So these are not expensive. I think they were $11 in the new catalog, these impression plates. So you definitely get yourself one. So let me go ahead and we're going to get a sheet of cardstock because I'm going to do just a little tone on tone today. I think, but you know, I change my mind all the time. With some of the crisp cantaloupe, it's becoming a quick favorite too. I'm still obsessed with the hydrangea hue. Let me just get a little cut of this. I always cut all mine at 5.5 because then if I want to use the other half for a card, I can. See, now I've got a 5.5 by 8.5 and I could score it at 4.25 and still use it. And use all of it. So that helps save me money. But for this purpose, we are going to be putting it through the stamp cut and emboss machine to make this die. Oh, I forgot the most important part. You have to spritz your paper. And I've just got a little can of water. Just a little bit. It helps the paper to stretch the fibers. I guess that's a lot of it, but that'll work. And to be able to create this impression. Now, the first time you put it through exactly the same way you normally would. So we're going to put that through. And bring that back. But this time, and I got to check my notes because it's been a couple months since we were at, yeah, okay. So I'm going to take, I'm taking some things out. I'm going to take out, I use plate 1, plate 2, your die. Let me go ahead and, because you want to keep this together and just take your die out separately. That will then, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how dusty this was. I bet, there. So we got 1 and 2. And then we're going to take this and flip it over that way. Put your impressions plate on top. And then your 3D on top of that. That's what I'm seeing. And then run that back through. Because you've turned it up the other direction because it's not going through in a normal die cutting way. I do think that worked beautifully. So now we're just going to take that, and it did. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So much different than this. And that's the same color paper, the same exact color paper. You've got one that's just die cut and one that's impression plated. Amazing! So let's go ahead and get this off or put down. Actually, we're going to take and get some, because I'm going to take and get some of those leaves cut out of the pine. Oopsie, I need to take and put my other plate underneath, plate 1 or 3. And I'm going to run a few of these through, just a couple times, get 3 or 4 of them. There we go. And take and move that down so we can get 2 more. Pop those out so that I love the peaceful pine. That's going to be such a I mean, it is just such a beautiful green. Nice, deep, woodsy. And last but not least, I'm going to grab a piece of, I believe, pecan pie, I think. Let's see. Which brown do I want? Ooh, I might even do gray granite. Oh, I love it. Decisions. And we'll just go with crumb cake. Because that's what's closest, and that will work. I don't have any. Oh, yes, I do. No, I don't. Thought I had an extra piece, so I'll have to trim this one down. Let me just get another 8.5 or 5.5 cut, so that I only use half of it and save the other half for a card base. And I'll put that back in the package. Oops, sorry, bumped my camera. And we'll just get some of these little twigs cut out. I thought, with all the little leaves, that would give us a little texture, added texture and color. So it's not completely 100% tone on tone. Oh, there, those came out easy. The one I just dropped down on the glass mat and it just popped right out. Like I was telling you guys, with the last 6 days having my neurological issues flare up, it is just proof positive that anybody could craft. There's nothing, it's possible for everyone to craft because if I could do this, everybody can do this. And it actually is very therapeutic. So you might take your pick tool because these two didn't want to come out too easily. That's okay. Just, I always got my pick on one end, so that just makes it a lot easier. There we go. We'll set these dies aside. And again, that was from the Opulent Oasis dies. So I'm going to kind of put those back in here because I'm a bad girl when it comes to putting things back where they're supposed to go. And if I don't do it when I'm doing it, they won't go back. Okay. So we'll put that back in. Alrighty. So let's put this card together now. I've got my 8.5 by 8.5 by 5.25, then scored it 4.25 in the middle. We're going to go ahead and put that down. And then I'm going to pop this up. We're going to take and put it on a little white background. So keeping this very simple today. You know, I love to do simple cards that look elegant. And this is just a 5.25 by 4. And we'll glue that on. To give it a... I was going to do tone on tone, but I really want to show off that die. So changed my mind. Let me get that centered here. That's what I love about using glue. Because with my vision, it's not always the 100%. That's much better. Much better. And then we'll pop this up on dimensionals. And I want to show you again, just as a reminder, use up the sides of your dimensionals. Don't waste that money. And I have misplaced my... Oh, nope, they're right where they're supposed to be. Right on my camera stand. My snips. So I just go right around and cut the edge. I won't bore you with the whole thing right now. But we're just gonna... Because you pay good money for these. You use every bit you got. Who is a dimensional hoarder? Who likes to use a whole bunch? Well, I may have to trim some more anyway. Well, I don't want it to sink. This particular one is a fairly large die, so I don't want it to sink down. Oopsie, there we go. Cut the corner, so there we go. And I'll put these in the middle. Oh, I didn't. They pulled them off, but it did not pull off the half of the back side. That's why it wasn't sticking. There we go. Fine with me. There. So now we'll just take the pick tool just because it makes it a little easier to pick up the papers. Oop, got a bunch on there. So, and then we're just going to kind of place this whichever way you want. Trying to center it right to left a little bit. There we go. And then these you could do several different ways because some of them match up with, you know, the impressions dies that you've already dyed, but I think what I'm going to do is just kind of pop them in the back just to give it some extra little color. Just a little bit. Make sure my camera still got me. Yep. Sometimes these just start to travel. Just a little tiny glue goes a long way. And one more over here. There we go. No really rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of poking them in there. No pre-planning where they're going. Just kind of poking them in. And how easy is this? And a lot cheaper than going to Walmart or even Walmart and buying cards. I mean, sure, you've got the, the little bit of cost to get things built up at home, like get your cardstock, your embellishment, but just do one thing at a time. And within a very short period of time, you're going to be making cards a lot cheaper than you could buy them. Now, for the sentiment, I want to show you the 3 banner punch, and that is here. And in an upcoming card, we're going to show you how you could make these banner punch into a actual banner, like you had, like if you had a happy birthday banner. But I'm going to show you just how to do that and make just another interesting card, very simply. So we're going to take this and we're going to just simply put a sheet of white and punch those out. Show you various ways you can use this. Pick a banner punch. Lots of ways you could use that. So now the last thing I'm going to show you, and then we'll decide on what sentiment we're using. Let me put these up here where you could see a little better. There we go. And I decided for the sentiments, we were going to choose one from Banner Sayings, which is another new stamp set. Sorry, my camera's hunting. There's one that I absolutely love, and it's Cue the Confetti. It's a newer, it's one of those catchphrases that are being used a lot right now. And I'm like, cue the confetti, there it is, I want it. So of course I had to get that too. But you've got I'm here for you, thanks a million, sending my love, wishing you good things, happy birthday, of course, consider yourself hugged, and you're the sweetest. Just lots of really good banner phrases. Boy, I am so sorry, guys. This thing is just like really, really hunting. And I'm trying not to move too much. Okay, so, I can't use that. That's being floral. I don't think Cue the Confetti is going to be what I want, but I can't thank you enough. So let's look at that one. And I do the same thing with these as I do with, let me find the one I want so I can, happy birthday. I can't thank you enough here. And I'm just going to take and outline it with my Sharpie so I know where it goes back to. Once I have all the rest of them done like that. I get my thank you off. I got to clean my stamps today. I failed to do that the other day. That Saturday it was probably about all I could do just to get the live done. So, alrighty, now I want to use, I think we'll use the Peaceful Pine, as that's going to show up just really pretty on that. And another good thing with the stamps, somebody showed this, or I saw this yesterday when I was flipping through other demonstrators. They give you on the back the names, and you got them in a couple different languages. And this one you are getting two with English. But I thought with these stamps so easily to open now, it's going to be harder to tell. Let me get this out and then I'll show you why I'm pulling this second one off. I normally don't do this, but when you open it up, what color is that? It's a black pad, but it's not black ink, and it's not blue ink, and it's not pink ink. How are you going to know which one's which? You're going to take and put this. I'm trying to get it trying to do it on camera. That's not the easiest thing to do. There we go. And now, when I've got it set out here, I know that that's my Peaceful Pine. So let's see which one this fits best. I think I'm going to use, because remember you stamp before you add. Set these over here and we're going to use I Can't Thank You Enough. And we're going to take and put that right there. And then just shut my case. Isn't that great? I love it. I'm so happy we're getting those. So now we are going to take it and just use some more dimensionals. I need a couple of these because these are a little wider. And there's only a couple, so I'll grab my take your pick tool. But I can't thank you enough. And last but not least, we need some bling. Gotta have some bling. So I want to show you two more new products using the in colors. The 2026-2028 in color dots, which is what we're going to use today because oh gosh darn it, because I want, this camera thing's just driving me crazy today, because I want to show you how shiny these are without being underneath the, see, it doesn't even give them, do it, oh, well, kind of sort of does, but these are so incredibly shiny. And I thought we could take and put some of these on here. And I'm going to take this large crisp cantaloupe. We're going to put that one there, and then we'll take a little one. We're going to end up using 5 today, I think. Because I'm deciding whether I want to use the blue. Yeah, nope. I think I want to go. I think I'm going to stick with just the crisp cantaloupe. And bring that one down here. So how easy was that? A few passes through the embellishment or through the emboss machine. And that's just a really, really, I can't thank you enough card. Give you some texture with some foliage. It's a pretty card. I'm happy with the way it turned out. What do you think? All right. So with that, friends, I hope you've enjoyed today, seeing some more new product. Let me get my camera switched back over here. I'm glad you were here, and I hope you enjoyed seeing more new product, like I said. And I also want to remind you today, tomorrow, see, today's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's double rewards, twice the rewards. So if you spend $50 instead of getting a $5 credit for a future purchase, you're going to get 10. $10. I think I mean that the impressions plate is 11. So you could get that for $1 come May the 5th. So use it wisely if you're looking to restock or to stock up on the outgoing in colors, for example, whatever's still left, because I can't guarantee any of them are left. But just an idea, if you really got stuck on Petunia Pop like many of us did, then, if you can get it, get it. Get your refills, get your little, I think there's $6 now, the little refill bottles. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like little refill bottles. Get those for the in colors that are going out if they're still available. There's so many little things you can, do that with. And then come May the 5th, you've already got credits to use. And so not so much comes out of your pocketbook. I will always try to save you money first, because this is all about, my crafting is all about bringing the joy of crafting and the therapeutic vulnerability of crafting. Doing things with your hands, textile, does a lot for this. So definitely, if you think this is something I could share with others that you might know, consider sharing this video on Facebook, or if you're tuning in from YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you won't miss any of my future lives. I do go live generally on Tuesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. And that's yesterday I ran into some problems with getting some prescriptions, so I ended up having to sit at the pharmacy, so longer than I anticipated. So thank you guys for letting me do this with you today. But that's about it. Just make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, show me some love, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye, friends.